Okay, this is Railroader Cabal. We're going to be in Command & Conquer Remaster Tiberian Dawn to do 1 versus 1 view commentary. Both these players are in the top 10 on the current ladder. We got UF ZxGanon playing in this game here, and then this opponent is going to be crexis, as I pronounce his name, C-R-E-X-I-S, crexis. Oh, anyway, I'm sure somebody in the comments will make me pronounce his name correctly. So let's get this game started. We're going to be on the map Nowhere to Hide. And on the left side here, we see crexis is going to be on the left side here. Not sure what faction he's going to be playing. And on the right side here, we see Ganon. ZxGanon is playing as the Red Brotherhood of Nod. And what faction are you, crexis? You are the Brotherhood of Nod again. So it's a non-mirror match here on Nowhere to Hide. And we'll see both these players here on the new patch. Going to go for some strong minigunners here, and then already we're placing down the refinery for crexis, and the same thing here for Ganon, and he's getting a refinery out as well, and he's actually going to go for some flamethrowers. Actually, flamethrowers are a lot better at scouting in multiplayer now that they've been actually buffed. So it's a lot better to scout with flame troopers if you are the Brotherhood of Nod, because you can do a lot better scouting, and you can do a lot better building damage than if you go for minigunners. So a lot of small skirmishes are on the map here. Both players are exchanging blows with the flamethrowers, and both of them are trying to prevent one another from scouting into each other's bases. Both players have 2 refineries, so that's pretty standard if you ask me from this particular type of game. And it's just going to be a matter of time before both players are going to go for airstrips, and then they're going to be airlifting and bringing in some vehicles from off screen. So with that being said, though, Ganon is going to have a much more advantage than crexis, because the crexis has to wait for his airstrip to bring his forces off screen, whereas Ganon is a little bit better, because look at that, he's got 2 not buggies out already. He's going to make a 3 before crexis is going to make his first airdrop with the not buggy. So that's the one downer about playing the Brotherhood not on the left side of the map, because all the air comes from the right side. So with that being said, though, Ganon is like 4 not buggies ahead of crexis. You know, he's just placed his 3rd one here. So both players are going to go for some buggies. I'm assuming that both players are also going to go for some bikes as well. But these buggies here are just to throw each other's off to make sure that they can kill all the infantry forces on the map here before they can go for their buggies themselves. And it's going to be buggies versus buggies for Ganon versus crexis. And right now, I'm pretty sure that Ganon is going to go for some recon bikes. Nope, he's just intent on building some more buggies. He's got 2 airstrips now, so 2 airstrips means double the production, and that's going to be big problems here for crexis. He was forced to place on a turret, which is not what you need against this kind of mass stuff. You need buggies of your own, but the problem is, like I said before, he has to wait for his airstrip coming from off screen on the right side of the map here. So this does suck here for crexis, and in doing so, Ganon is way ahead. Look at all these buggies here, man. This is a lot of buggies. Do you see an engineer on the top here? So that means he went all in. And excuse me, it's pretty common for players to go all in now. So let's see what Ganon can do here. He's going to be against a lot of turrets here, and the turrets actually do a lot of very good damage against buggies here. And I'm not sure if crexis is paying attention to the top side of the map here. I think that engineer might have got taken out by that one flamethrower, which is pretty damn good. And he was able to sell. I think I saw him sell one of the turrets here, and was able to push all of these nut buggies away here. So pretty good here from crexis to hold off all these buggies here. And then even some recon bikes are finally being built now by Ganon. And Ganon's recon bikes do a lot more damage to nut buggies than just buggies versus buggies. So what crexis is trying to do here is he's trying to hold off as many of this buggies and bikes as he possibly can, so maybe he can get some stuff too. I think what he should probably do is start to bring in some light tanks, because light tanks would do wonders in defending his base here, and he's able to focus on all the heavier units like the recon bikes with his not light tanks. So we'll just see what has to happen here with crexis. But in the meantime, he's holding off Ganon to a certain extent. And Ganon has got, 5 recon bikes to his name here. And he's trying to split up his forces, which is pretty damn good, so that crexis has to only defend from one location, where he can able to defend from both locations. Crexis did not go all in. He still has a construction yard. He might as well need it, because he's able to build these turrets here. But now Ganon is going to go ahead and attack that refinery, and he's probably won't be able to take it out. It's going to be relatively close, but in doing so, he might have to sacrifice a couple of his recon bikes to do so, but unfortunately not. And crexis has managed to sell it off for a little bit of money and able to place down a turret here. So Ganon is not able to get into the base of crexis, which does suck because he wants to end this game here as soon as he possibly can. And he actually did a good job in forcing a quick sell off of that turret here that was just built up like 10 seconds ago. But crexis now is in a little bit of is in control now. It's actually a lot of heavily damaged units now. Now here comes a big battle here. Bikes versus buggies, and buggies versus buggies, and flame troopers versus turrets, and this and that, and this and that. It's actually quite cool to see how Ganon is able just to play with crexis forces, because I'm not sure how much money crexis is actually getting from his harvesters. Not very much, I'm assuming. Let's just take care of the resources for just a little bit. Yeah, both players are out of money, so it's going to be relatively good here. We see a single unit there from crexis, so that is instant. He's able to see that. He's able to sell off. He notices that Ganon went all in and selling off his construction yard for the extra money, but now all his forces are in the red. Most of his forces are in the red, like especially the recon bikes, which is what he needs to hold crexis off. But in doing so, he's allowing crexis to just hold on to his forces, but crexis is diminishing his forces. He needs to sell off his construction yard to get a little bit of that extra money, and in doing so, has fooled Ganon into a trap. Now Ganon is losing his forces as well as crexis, but this is insane how much forces just went down. But Ganon is a lot of forces are in the red now, and he lost like what 3 or 4 of those forces. Like 3 of them were bikes or something, and crexis is able to hold off his assault. Wow, that's pretty good. But here comes some more reinforcements from Ganon, and just steadily streaming in those bikes and buggies from those airstrips. One airstrip remains because I don't think he can support enough to get some more economy going, because he's out of money right now. I'm not sure how many harvesters he even has. He has like 2 harvesters or something, so that's really scary. But now Ganon is going into the top half of the map here, hoping to attack crexis' base from up north, and hopefully pulling his forces out of position there. But crexis is doing a good job of just holding off once again Ganon's assault, and Ganon is losing its steam now. So it's pretty insane how many forces he was able to lose in that battle, and wasn't able to finish off crexis, which actually, by the way, he's doing a good job of keeping his harvesters alive, keeping that economy going as best he possibly can. I think he has 3 harvesters, I think. Or he had 3. I'm pretty sure I saw 3, but I guess he only has 2 now. Oh, no, he has 3. Sorry, I didn't check the top of the half of the map here. But now here comes another buggy force here from Ganon. And he's just able to take off that one flamethrower squad, and he's going to be hopefully doing some harvester hunting. There's a harvester out of position. He has 3 recon bikes to his name, so he should be able to destroy that harvester, which is probably full of Tiberium. So that means that crexis is not going to be able to cash in on those Tiberium credits, which is he so desperately needs. But now this is probably the final straw here from crexis, because he's losing his buggies left and right, and in doing so, Ganon was able to finish off a lot of his forces. But he still has some bikes and buggies in his base here, and he's got some turrets here, so he should be able to do a little bit of damage here. But at the same time, though, crexis is going to be losing another one of his turrets, and his power, it might be destroyed. And Ganon is focusing on that other turret, forced to sell it off. Get some more minigunners here, and doing a little bit more damage to those bikes and buggies. So is able to hold off again. crexis is doing a good job holding it off for like the 5th time or something. So now we see a light tank. Okay, so Ganon has gone back to like the classic C&C tank spam, where he's building 1 light tank and he's going to be another light tank. Yeah, this is going to be game over for crexis unless he can pull out a big miracle here. But all he's building is bikes and buggies, and now he realizes that, oh no, Ganon is building some light tanks, so he's going to be dead in the water if he doesn't bring out some like rocket infantry or something, or even just some light tanks of his own. But like I was saying before, he's probably a little stolen on cash here. Let's just see. Yeah, both players are a little bit. Actually, Ganon has a lot of money, so that's why he's building a lot of those light tanks. And now it's going to be a base race. So base race coming into play here, but Ganon is going to be pulling all of his forces back. And now we see the airstrip has gone down. That's his only production structure left. Ganon, what happened? He lost all of his forces. He's going to lose all his buildings. Ganon's been defeated. What? Ganon, you had the game. Oh my God! He sold off a good chunk of his bases to get all those tanks, and in doing so, oh, crexis has made the smart move. Instead of holding off Ganon with those units, he just went straight for the base and just took out all the production structures and the last building. Oh my god, Crexis has done it! He's beaten Ganon! Oh man, this is why I love to do C&C casts, because you don't know what's going to happen. Okay, wow, the match has been completed. Wow, that was okay, that was an unexpected ending. I could have sworn Ganon had that game hands down. Oh boy. Okay, so 2 top 10 players went at it, and then you saw how good the game was. Oh yeah. Okay, so let's get out of this game here, and hopefully the credits will come up, and they will. So let's see. So Ganon on Team 1, playing as the Brotherhood of Nod, has gathered only 16,800 credits to Crexis' 18,252. So that's over $2,400 in favor of Crexis. So he's able to get more economy. But I thought Ganon had that game. He was able to kill 82 units compared to Crexis' 73, and then destroying 6 of Crexis' buildings, and Crexis has destroyed 5 of Ganon's buildings. Okay, so there's a game on, what was that game map called? Nowhere to Hide. My name is Cabal, and I will see you guys next time.